Now to the war on opioids and painkiller addiction that's ravaged Indiana and become a national health crisis. The former head of the FDA now calling the opioid epidemic one of the great mistakes in modern medicine. RTV6's Jason Fechner spoke with one recovering addict who knows the road back far too well. Jason.
Good evening, Todd. Good evening, everyone. The numbers are staggering. Indiana, one of the top 10 states nationwide for pain prescriptions. Hundreds of Hoosiers are going to die this year after abusing them. Now this week, that battle has got a brighter spot in the spotlight.
I live on the east side of Indianapolis.
Where are you from?
East side of Indianapolis.
Kimberly Miller wasn't always smiling. Hooked on OxyContin after back surgery about 15 years ago, a slippery slope that took her somewhere she'd never been.
Drugs led me to do things that I normally wouldn't do, to harm the people that loved me the most, that had my best interest.
And then her world turned upside down. Kimberly finally reached that moment that far too few people get to. She knew she needed help.
Once I surrendered and know that I was thoroughly whooped, I needed help. I went to jail. It saved my life.
It's a national problem.
Tobin Linton's the director of clinical services at Fairbanks Alcohol and Drug Treatment Center in Indianapolis, which helped Kimberly turn her life around.
There's a lot of attention given to no pain and stopping pain and using painkillers to address chronic pain. And as we know now through tons of research, that it actually makes pain worse.
Now this week, new questions about the drugs themselves. An LA Times investigation into the maker of OxyContin, claiming the manufacturer pushed a dosing regimen that put profits over people's health. And the former head of the FDA now weighing in, saying the inappropriate promotion of drugs contributed significantly to this epidemic because drug companies widely promoted them as not being addictive. That was false.
I look at all those suffering from the disease of addiction and know that if somebody wouldn't have been there for me, I wouldn't be where I am today. So that's why I'm a big person on service work, to helping those get to where I am.
And where Kimberly is at right now, she's a mother of 5. She's actually working as a project specialist with the Indiana Addictions Issues Coalition, training recovery coaches going forward. One of her daughters is also in recovery right now. Just one Indiana family of the millions nationwide dealing with this crisis tonight. Erica.
Governor Mike Pence has weighed in on the fight against opioid addiction tonight, sending a letter to Indiana's congressional delegation as the House takes up new measures. He wrote, "Like you, at the state level, we recognize that this issue is large in scope and severe in its impact on the lives of our citizens. I commend you for your efforts to move these vital pieces of legislation forward."